Hello guys, we are here one more time at superpop.tv and we have another interview. It's an independent artist. I don't know where she's from, but let's talk to her right now. Where are you and who you are and where you are right now?
Hi, I'm Ettie. I'm from London and I'm still currently living in London.
All right. So I was in London some time ago.
Oh,
I
nice.
was living in London like 7 years ago. I was living in London for 2 weeks. Was like chaos, but I was learning a lot of things in a course, so I had a lot of to do. It was a good experience. Well, so what kind of music are you doing?
So my music is very like alternative pop. I've got quite a lot of pop punk influences from like the early 2000s, sort of boy band territory. I sort of never grew up from like, it's not a phase, mum, like type of like music repertoire. So yeah, that's how I would describe it.
But was it a phase or it's something you like?
It's a lifestyle.
Okay, so you are keeping doing the same then.
Yes.
So you are mixing different music styles.
Yeah, so I'd like to blend sort of like pop punk sort of storytelling, songwriting styles with like kind of common or like I'm becoming more common like electric guitars, stuff from the 2000s. And I also love synths, like 80s synths. I try and get like all of my musical influences into things.
Okay, that's good. I like it. It's starting in a good way, in my opinion, because I like people mixing things. I like mixing cultures and mixing music styles, and this is something that brings optimization for the culture, right? Because then we mix, we create new things. Good.
Yeah.
I will just start asking you your social networks because then we have 30 minutes to talk and then we remember to talk about social networks in the middle, all right?
Yeah,
Where
sounds good.
people can find you.
Yeah, so on Instagram, my Instagram handle is Ettie Music. Ettie is spelled Ettie. And on
Wait,
Facebook,
wait, 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 wait. ETTIA.
IE.
All right.
IE, yeah. With an
IE,
E.
okay.
Yes. And then Facebook, it's Ettie. Spotify and Apple Music, it's all Ettie. It's just my name.
Oh, that's good. Branding. I like it. It's so difficult to get the same username in all social networks, so you got it.
Yes,
That's
managed.
good. Creative. Good. So, Etty, I want to know if you can sing for us.
Sing right now.
Yeah, is it possible? This
If
is a surprise, okay? Okay, but I know it's like 11 a.m. in the UK, so
yeah.
fine, it's okay if you can't do it. Because you're at home right now, right?
Yes, I'm at home. What would you like me to sing? I don't have.
Anything you want to show us, like,
Okay, I'll do. I haven't got my guitar with me, but I can do the chorus of the song that I've got
and this
out.
is on Spotify.
This is on Spotify. This is my new single that came out on Friday. And this is the chorus. It goes,
The single name?
it's called Until I Met You.
Okay, all right.
So it goes, I'm sorry, it's hard to know that I'm falling. Guess that I've been avoiding letting go. It's a part of the pre-chorus.
Oh my God, keep going, please. It was so good.
Thank you. There you
Hi
go.
guys, this is talent. Look, Etty. She's on Spotify. How old are you?
I am 25.
25 years old, just a little girl waiting for some producer to come. Independent artist building her career by herself. And look the level of talent. That's what I was talking about. That's what I like, this kind of surprise. And can you see you have only a Zoom interview and this is very simple and you can still touch me with our music.
Oh,
This is
that's so nice.
amazing. You have uh, transference of energy through your voice, the sound of your voice. And that's what I say it's real talent.
Thank you
Just this
so
little bit
much.
was enough to see. And that's what I'm saying. There is a lot of young people, they don't have a lot of reference because people with high talent like you have a little bit of problem when they need to break that barrier of social networks and
Mhm.
then 1 million 5 million 40 million followers, and if you don't have you don't have talent. No, no. Likes and follower doesn't matter the number of likes and followers. We are talking about talent. Like
Oh,
this.
so much. Yeah,
Tell me how many followers you have.
that means so much to me. Thank you. On Instagram, I think I'm around like 1,400, which is, it's not too bad. I
Thanks for that. I love it. I love it. That's what. Can you see?
Yeah.
You don't depend on 10,000 followers to do things with talent and optimize it. Because now you have a new EP, the next one will be better, the next one will be better, and then you go. And you are
Thank
doing it.
I never started to do music with the idea of big numbers in mind. Like, I would much rather play to a room of 20 people who genuinely really, really love my music than 100 of people who don't really care about it. I think building an audience which is organic and actually like believes in what you're doing is a lot more important than like numbers on a screen or how many times your song's been listened to each day. As long as it's being listened to by someone who really cares about it, that's why we make music, right?
Oh my God, that's touching. That's a good message for us, for everyone. We need to learn with people like this, with this mentality. Good. So when you start, you're 25, right? When you started doing music, when
Mhm.
you had like this idea, or was something since your childhood?
Yeah, I've been writing since I was like 8 years old. I love writing. And I started releasing the songs I was writing in 2019. So about 4 years ago, I released my first song.
Like
And
before the pandemic, when the
before the
pandemic was
pandemic, yeah.
starting.
Just before the pandemic, yeah, the year before. And since then, it's been just
Sometimes we have positive results with the pandemic. Can you see? She started developing
100%.
her talent. That's good.
I mean, yeah, it was a really difficult time, but through that time, I was able to like sit myself down and just write because I had literally nowhere else to be.
Oh
um,
yeah, I heard a lot of people saying that. But you were intelligent because you were developing your talent, investing on yourself, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I am that kind of person that I believe we can do better always. Even when we are losing, we just look around what we have left and then start working from there. And that's what we did during the pandemic. Look what I am doing interviews through Zoom, and this is something for TV wasn't possible before.
Yeah.
And now we are bringing to inside the Super Pop TV to Amazon, to Roku, and expanding to Amazon Fire and Apple TV, and then and go and go and go the same way you are doing to your career. And this
Mm,
is artistic. Can you see? That's
yeah,
good.
it's
Congratulations for your
amazing.
attitude.
Oh, thank you. Congratulations for yours as well. It's amazing.
Thanks for that. So, where you are now, like you have one EP, you have more release, there is something coming
Yes,
already.
I've released 4 singles so far and one EP. I have been doing a lot of writing, a lot indeed. There, this single that I've just released was very much so an experiment for me because this is the first song that I've released that I actually co-wrote
Oh,
and
okay.
collaborated with. I'm very much like when I get an idea for a song, it comes very quickly. And so before I know it, the full song's done. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like no one really had the opportunity to sort of help me with this. So I really wanted to see what a co-write would do in terms of a release. And it's the way that I've been able to approach this release was very much like an experiment that paid off for me. So now with the songs that I've got written, I'm going to take those, use the experiences that I've gathered with this. And yeah, there's a lot of music to come. It's a lot.
Ettie, you are developing so fast because you started in 19, and you are already like singer, songwriting, producing, recording, and doing the release by yourself. I'm
That's
so happy seeing that.
Thank you. It's really hard to maintain perspective sometimes because you see so many people who look like they're doing things so quickly and it's taking them like no effort at all. And I'm here every day like I have to try like very hard. And so it's really nice to hear from someone that like I'm not, being too slow with things.
No, 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 no. I was talking to people that They are still independent artists. They are developing and adapting to the new normal because after the pandemic, the music industry changed. And he's 54.
Wow.
He was interviewed last week before you. So, uh,
Yeah, it
it's not by chance we are here talking about this because he's amazing, really.
that's great. And yeah, what you said about it being like the new normal, we've just got to get used to what these past 3 years have taught us because it has been a ride. um, but the music industry has changed so much during this time. So we do need to adapt to it.
Not stop working, right?
Yes.
Working with what we have, optimizing it.
Mm.
Exactly what I think. So how it works with like family? So you are in London, you are
Yes.
living in London because your professional career as an independent artist, or you are from London and still living in London.
Both, to be honest. Like I'm from London, I'm still living here, but also I've been a part of the music scene here since I started performing. So I think for my genre and for writers, it is a great city to be in.
Exactly, it's a huge opportunity for artists, and not talking about money. Okay, I'm talking about people open-minded to hear new music, and even if it's just the artist close to the tube door with a
Yep.
guitar, everyone stopped to be listening for some time, and this is something in other places is not possible. So I love London because that it's democratic, everyone can do it. Since you
Yeah.
have a license, you can do it.
Yeah, yeah. So as long as it's safe,
Yeah, but
you
it's
can.
just a little part of the process, the license. It's needed to be organized, right? Good?
Yeah. Totally.
Okay. So, how it works, because you are 25 now, how it works about the your preference to social networks and how did you do during the pandemic? Because you started a little bit before, and then you were born as an independent artist in the pandemic already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, pretty
how
much.
it was this process, and what are the tools you used? For example,
Yeah.
lives online. How did you do?
There was a lot. I think one of the big moments for me was I actually joined TikTok. And I joined TikTok during the pandemic because everyone was on it and everyone was quoting like little stupid videos from it. Um, so I went on it and I just started my own account. I got a lot of my music stuff on there, just but a lot of things just about my life. And through that, I've been able to gain a much wider audience than I could have ever like anticipated. I have people like commenting from America, from Australia, who are hearing my songs simply because of me posting stupid little videos during the pandemic about my life. So that's definitely been a very, very handy tool for me. But also loads of Instagram lives, especially during the first pandemic. I just got in contact with artists that I admire. I saw what they were doing.
That's
Yeah.
nice, really. Like a fan artist,
Yeah.
that kind of
Um,
relationship.
yeah, types of things like that. There's an artist that I really like called Polly Money, and she was doing like songwriters rounds, like lives during the first pandemic. So I was just like, hi, I really love your work. Can I be a part of this? And she was like, yeah. So it's just things like that where you get to
Wait, you are doing like networking.
yeah, it
Because you
was
know, people don't have this ability to get the path and keep going since the beginning. You know, people get a little bit lost. They think they need to play songs like covers that talks about polemic or some topics that the society just it's a little bit polemic and then gain some attention just because those topics. And you are the opposite. You do what you like, you
yeah.
doesn't care about what other people are doing, and you keep trying to talk with some artists the same genre or close to that kind of scene you would like to be, and then you started developing from there. It's your identity expressed through music. It's not like you are doing that to make money fast.
Yeah.
So you
I
don't accept less than you deserve.
oh, I'm definitely trying to do that in my personal life. But
You
yeah,
should,
I'm
because
yeah,
you are talented.
Thank you. I started singing because I started writing. It wasn't really like I wrote so that I could be a singer. Like I sing because I love the stuff that I write. So I'm never gonna force myself to sing something that I don't like or something that I don't believe in, because
Thank
writing is
God. Thank
like,
God. I like when I hear it.
thank you. It's
Good.
because writing is what's got me where I am now. It's what is my favorite part of my career. So I'm never gonna put my name next to something that I don't 100% believe in.
I'm sure when you do something with love and purpose, you attract the right people that will like the kind of work you do.
Yeah,
Okay?
for sure. And people can tell. People can tell if you're proud about what you're singing and what you're doing. Like that's what makes people stick around.
Exactly. I truly believe when you talk about law of attraction. And this is the kind of stuff I like to tell people. You need to attract, not gain followers because you are using your body or something to make music, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not criticizing here, but I'm giving an example. Focus on your music, and that's what you are doing. An example here for the younger generation that's coming behind, because there is a lot of teenagers, they are killing themselves for real because they don't have enough likes and followers. They
Mhm.
think, really, they think likes and followers is what defines the level of talent, and they think they don't have talent, they are not worth, and they are killing themselves. Look where we got. This is really
Mm.
serious about mental health, especially related to children, right?
Oh, for sure. It's unfortunate that like I think it's like during the time that I was growing up, the idea of likes and followers and like streams meaning talent was very much very, very prevalent. And at the start, maybe a little bit true. I still don't ever believe that it actually had inherent value. But now, because there is like you can see so much all the time, your phone can literally unlock everything for you all the time. If you see all of these people achieving what like numerical successes, you're going to believe that it's the same thing, that you need to be successful, but you need to really sit yourself down and define what the term success means to you, because success is completely different to a lot of different people. And like for me, success is just making the art that makes me proud. I still lose sight all the time thinking like, oh, this hasn't reached the amount of views that I needed. Do people not like this? Do I need to change this? And it's like, no, are you proud of it? Is this going to just make you learn? Or is it going to make you beat yourself up? Um, these things come with time, but I really hope this is passed down to the next generation and be like, this, you don't need to like, your value doesn't depend on what's on the screen. It depends on what's outside of it, actually.
Exactly. Can you clone this person? Make like more versions of the same the same message in different versions. Wow, that's really really good. I like your mentality. We are connected, the same, like synchronized, the same vision, and this is good. um I just a question now. Can you sing another song like a cover? Just to show something, like could be a cover like a cappella.
um okay, I don't know which one. Give me a second.
Be
Um,
artists, be artists. We have time. We can be like, don't worry. We can be waiting.
one song I cover. I Whenever I do shows, I usually do one cover. Just keep people entertained, really. So I do "Dancing on My Own" by Robin. If you like that song.
I love every kind of song, even like especially coming from you. I like it.
Oh, thanks. So it's the one. It's like I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm right over here. Why can't you see me?
Wow, like producers are happy with this because when you ask for somebody to do like that, this is being artist. You try to create something like at the moment and go. Like it's good because when you are an artist on the stage and some problem happens, what you have to do?
You have to be able to think quickly on the spot. Like 100%. I've had so many shows where technical difficulties have definitely got in the way. And you've got
Improvisation, right?
you got to be able to improvise. You've got to be able to talk to people. That's one of my favorite things as well about shows is being able to interact with an audience. I love doing that. Like it fuels me just to like talk to an audience, tell them about my songs. I make really bad jokes. People laugh sometimes.
What about concerts? You had the opportunity to be on stage, etc., like internationally, etc. What's your
Internationally, no, I'd love to one day. That would be great. It's just sort of more regionally in the UK. But I've had some great shows, especially since the pandemic. I got so worried, like during the pandemic, like live music's never going to be the same anymore. But it's just allowed a lot of venues to just become adaptable. So I did a show recently, at a venue I actually played at back when I was like 17. So that was quite emotional going back there and, obviously being in a very different place in my life. And that was a great show. It was just in Shoreditch in London. And I love being on stage. I think it's just so much fun.
Okay, is there like any video online, music videos? Because you told us you have some songs on Spotify. Great.
Yes. All
How
my
it
like, what, sorry?
how is it about music videos, etc.? Because we are going step by step about the levels. Because there is some hierarchy we need to achieve as independent artists. Then we want to understand about your career. How
So I
how
have
it
one music video. I have two music videos out at the moment for old songs. And I've worked very closely with a friend of mine called Gabriella. She's an amazing independent videographer and director.
tell us
And
name. This is an opportunity to promote.
her name is Gabriella Solomaka. She's just starting out her career and she's amazing. And I actually have a music video for the new single coming out soon. The
Okay,
day I
tell us
know.
the singles names too, so we can search.
It's still, there's a little bit of fine tuning left to do, but very soon, very soon.
Okay.
There will be a countdown on my Instagram when
And the
it's in.
music videos, the previous ones.
And the previous ones, they're all on YouTube already.
And
So,
what's the title?
so one is for my song called Manic Pixie Dream Girl. So it's just the official video for that. And the other one's for an old song of mine called Hello, I've Got Anxiety.
Okay, anxiety. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a very actual topic. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, right. I'm loving talking to you. Really, it looks like we just know each other. I'm from
Yeah.
Hull. Actually, I'm from Brazil. That was living in Portugal for a long time, and then I came to England. So I'm in Hull. A long journey, but it's like I know you. It's like you are my neighbor.
Like that. We have clicked very well. It's really nice to talk to you.
That's interesting. I like it. It's a really light energy, and I like it. Look, I will just invite you to be inside our community, mw3.biz/casting. This is a community about social constructive action. So we have membership, and then we just transfer the membership to the members as monthly cash prize. So it's
Mhm.
social constructive, okay? To be there inside is like supporting each other, and then we just revert to the members as monthly cash price. This is a strategy, so everyone can learn inside the community how to build their career or improve their career independently. We teach them, we'll be mentoring them. They are learning to do by themselves and also help others inside the community. This is networking, professional networking for independent artists. So I invite you to be there and help us to build this more fair independent music industry, because that's how we think should do, like companies helping independent artists.
Yeah, that sounds great. Just send me the details and I'll get on it.
Okay, so how it works for you, because you said you were on stage, etc., you have music videos and you have new projects coming. How it works as investment, because then I have people watching, they want to do what you are doing.
Mhm.
How they can do it? Go straight to the family and ask for help. You use your own money, or you go to an investor, or you were invited by a producer, by a media company, etc.
I use my own money. I've got a day job
A
and
bit
I
of
do save it.
a
Yeah,
bit of
basically
all.
I save as much money as I possibly can. I know that is still a privileged position to be able to save. But you know, ever since I do collaborate with a lot of people, and I want to give a lot of people the chance to have like new starts as well. So a lot of the time collaborative processes, like you are gaining something from the other person, and it doesn't necessarily have to be financial. But I am always here to pay people fairly. I feel like as independent artists, we are not often given the chance to be paid fairly. So I'm not going to do that to another person because that it's not fair. And this goes into the whole like politics of streaming, that artists aren't and songwriters aren't paid proportionally for their work. But just because I'm not paid proportionally doesn't mean if I'm enlisting someone for their talents, I won't pay them proportionally. I feel like photographers, videographers, like everyone deserves to be compensated very well for their work. So that's something I always do have to keep in mind with the decisions that I make. But every decision that you do make which has a financial tax on it is an investment. And so I would rather save up a little bit more money, spend a little bit more time on it, and be able to have something that I feel like reflects the worth of my work. I don't know if that made any sense at all, but like you've also got to think of different people will access your music in different ways. A lot of people access music simply from YouTube and YouTube videos. Like they love to go and watch a YouTube video before they listen to a song. So a music video is a really, really handy tool, and they don't have to be that expensive. It just has to like show who you are.
Pay attention now. This is exactly what we are talking about here. Exactly like this channel doesn't need to be expensive.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that part.
It doesn't always have to be like in a studio with professional lights and a lot of people working around you. As long as the video, it can encapsulate you as an artist, you can do it on an iPhone. It can be, as long as you find beauty in the stuff that you're going to be reflecting and using your song over, other people will find it that way as well. Like both of my two music videos I've done with Gabriella have been shot in her room, both of them, and they're just got completely different stories. But that's just a way you can utilize the space, you can utilize what you've got around you.
We want your music video to put after the interview. Can you send us
Okay.
the
I
file?
can send you one of them. Yeah, I can send you
Not
it.
the link. We need the file to download and publish on the TV, the music TV, in superpop.tv. Okay? Good. So, we have that platform, PopHitscom, that independent artists can send songs to more than 150 stores worldwide. And also inside all social networks, so people can use your songs on stories, reels, etc., and build an organic audience using technology. You are invited to use that platform too. It's 100% of rights to you. All right, with music distributed by them. PopHits.co.
Okay,
Good.
nice.
So you have another any kind of message for those trying to come and they didn't have an opportunity, or they didn't have they weren't able to create a plan like you did and develop a proper business, your career as a proper business, because that's what you are doing. So do you have any message for those starting now?
Just take the time to sit down. Every genre is different. And so I looked at the artists that I feel like that I admire essentially, and the artists that are in my genre, and see what they've done to be successful and see in which ways I can emulate it. This takes a few minutes because obviously we're all making music because we love music as well. So just think of the artists that you admire, the new artists that you found, and try and follow where they've been. And that's just a very easy way to find like little tips into the industry. Because so say like a lot of my music is very pop punk based. I looked and I saw the early venues in London that bands that I like played. And so I was like, okay, if I can get a gig in this venue with a promoter, then I can meet more people that are in my genre. It's just small things like that. And time is always on your side. Like no one is going to know whether your release, like you wanted your release to come out earlier. Like I've made this mistake quite a few times where I've just been so excited about music and the song's been done and I'm like, okay, great, it's out next month. But if I'd have pushed it back another month, that's another 4 weeks to contact blogs, contact music venues, just have that time to make sure that everything you've got is just perfect.
Okay, that's good. So you have a plan, you make a plan, and then you do the marketing campaign. This
Yes.
is doing like a professional. This is exactly, she's professional. And how can you do that? Like, which platform are you using, for example, to be on the news, like blogs, music news?
So I use Miso Soup. I think Miso Soup is the most handy tool because they are very good at sending your music to the genres that they feel like are applicable. There is also Submit Hub and a lot of like even bigger magazines that aren't on these platforms. They will have like a send your music in. Just send it to as many people as you can, and the right people will come back to it. And also, don't get disheartened if you don't hear back from one person because they're just not the right fit for you.
Okay, so musosop.com, right?
Yeah.
Good. This is a democratic way where everyone have the chance to be seen, and like you put your songs on a pool, and then the curators just listen to it and invite you to write about your music, right?
Yes.
Good. That's amazing. Look, uh, do you have any other tip? Because this is good. There is a lot of people they don't know about these tools. Okay, and this is have a very good price and also free options, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Um, Other tips would be just to find independent playlist curators on Spotify. A lot of these independent playlists, they'll have like a contact email address on the top. This is quite time consuming. Probably took me about 3 days to get like a big old list of them, but find all of these email addresses, and if you feel like your song fits their playlist, don't just spam them because then they will remember you, and they don't really
Oh,
appreciate.
okay. Separate by genre. Okay, like
Yeah, separated by
rock,
genre.
send to rock, creators about rock. Good.
Yes.
There is some websites, some platforms. They have many creators about many genres, so they write about all of them, about music generally. But you can go to a segmented audience first and building from there. Is it?
Yes. Yeah, all of these curators receive so much music on a daily basis. So make sure your music is right for them at the same time because people do remember you. They remember your name, and they will remember if you sent like a synth pop track to a rock and roll blog just because you want a feature during something. Like, honor your work and also honor the work of curators who want to promote you as well.
Okay, good. We are learning a lot here. That's good. I like people, young people, talking to young people and also giving tips to young people, especially those starting. I love to give them this kind of information. Sometimes they don't know, they are just have a lot of talents, but they can't be heard because they are not on the blogs, they have no articles, and social networks works like that. You need to spread your name, and then platforms like Google, they recognize your name is in very different articles and build your panel, your automatically as an artist, as a singer. And this is something you have to be building. There is no way to just buy it, you know, and you are doing the right way. I like it. Good. Okay. What about your career, professional career outside musician? Are you doing anything different? Because I have people going to the uni, etc. How it works for you?
I'm a bartender. I'm a mixologist as well. And I love that because it is very flexible. If I've got a gig, I can just tell them it's not like I have to be in the office and like,
Oh, you are in the right place then, because then you have that freedom,
yeah.
flexibility.
And also pretty much everyone in hospitality is an artist as well because every one of us needs that flexibility, but also have like a separate form of income. Um, so that's what I do as well.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I love it. I could be like talking to you more time, but we have just like only 40 minutes for the interview. It's I always feel it's
Blown by.
it's not enough. I always feel it's not enough, but what we can do. Um, I have another question, just
Yes.
to finish because we have 4 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
how it works about family, because this is personal now. How you organize about family, like you are living in London, your parents are still living, you are still living with parents, etc.
Oh no, I live by myself. So I moved out quite a while ago. Um, which makes things a lot easier because beforehand I was annoying my family all the time, like getting my guitar out at like 1 in the morning, being like, I need to write this lyric down.
Oh, she's a proper musician like that.
Yeah.
Works better during the night.
Oh yeah, 100%. The amount of
Great.
times like I'm on my way home from work at like 2 in the morning and I'm like, okay, that's a song in my head and just like recording it in my phone, like on the bus with everyone looking at me. Um, but yeah, I live by myself, but my family's here.
Okay, okay, that's good. So you are very autonomous, independent, and do your career by yourself and build your life by yourself, work and build your life, and especially professional life. I'm talking about this. This is really good, a good example. I like your attitude, and I hope when you have your next project, you come back to have another interview and talk about the new project. Okay?
Too. I'd love to. Thank
Don't
you so
forget us.
much. Of course not. Don't forget me.
I will not forget you, never. Tell us about your social networks again.
So it's Ettie Music at Ettie Music on Instagram. On all the streaming platforms, it's Ettie. On Facebook is Ettie. Just give it a little Google.
Spell it for us, please.
Ettie.
Right. Thank you very much, Etty. Was an honor to have you here today, and everyone just liked you. And I'm sure that you will succeed because you are in the right path.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Thank you. See you. See you next time.
Yeah, see you soon. Thank you for talking to me.